children, here we are with the assignment number 4. We are continuing with the assignment number 4 here. So, this is the question number 11 of the assignment number 4. Already you people are having the soft copy of the assignment number 4 which is sent to you through the WhatsApp group. Moreover, I will try to attach the assignment number 4 along with my YouTube channel as well. Okay. So, here in this question number 11, you have been asked to calculate what? That is the closing inventory and the opening inventory. Okay. So, let us see what does the question says here. As per the question, we have been given with some informations, that is cash revenue from operations 1 lakh, credit revenue from operations given to us is 5 lakhs, and the gross profit is 1,20,000, inventory turnover ratio 4 times. This is only the information which has been provided to us. Based on this information, what we are supposed to do? We are supposed to calculate the closing inventory and the opening inventory. So, now let us start with this here. The first we will be writing the formula that is for ITR. What is the formula for ITR? That is cost of goods sold upon average inventory, that you know it very well. Okay, the formula for the inventory turnover ratio is cost of goods sold upon average inventory. Okay, so let us see what all the information required as per this formula is given here. You can see inventory turnover ratio given in the question is how much? 4 times. Cost of goods sold not being given directly in the question, average inventory also. So, but we can see there is some extra information is given to us through which we can calculate what? We can calculate the COGS. Okay. So, children, we have already studied 4 formulas to calculate the COGS. Okay. So, therefore, out of that, which formula we will be using here to calculate, that is the cost of goods sold, that is RFO minus GP. We will be using this formula RFO minus GP for the purpose of calculating the cost of goods sold. Okay. So, RFO, we can't find it directly given in the question. You can see there are some types of it being mentioned over here. One is cash revenue from operations 1 lakh, another one is credit revenue from operations 5 lakhs. Okay. So, let us calculate the RFO. So, hence RFO or the total RFO is equals to cash RFO plus credit RFO. In other words, I can say this, total sales is equals to cash sales plus credit sales. About that we have studied in class 11th. Okay. So, what is the value of the cash RFO given to us? 1 lakh. What is the value of the credit RFO given to us? That is 5 lakhs. Got it here, children? So, what is the total RFO we are going to get it here is? That is 6 lakhs. Okay. So, hence, let us substitute this value here in for calculation of the COGS. COGS is equals to RFO 6 lakhs minus the gross profit is given to us is how much? 1,20,000. So, if we will solve this further, the value of the cost of goods sold is how much that we have got it here? We got here is 4,80,000. So, how much is the value of the COGS we got it here? That is 4,80,000. So, see here, that is 2 things in the formula. Now, we had it. One is ITR given 4 times, COGS just calculated 4,80,000. Only the problem is here with the average inventory. So, children, remember one thing. In case of any formula, if 3 items are there, okay, and out of that if 1 item is missing, so using the other 2 items we can calculate this missing item. So, it means using this ITR and the COGS we can find out what? We can find out the value of average inventory. So, let us find out how. Okay. So, let us substitute the value. Inventory turnover ratio how much is given? 4. Okay. The value of the inventory turnover ratio given to us as per the question is how much? 4. COGS just we calculated recently, how much? 4,80,000. Average inventory we don't know. So, therefore, let us write down like this. Okay. let's cross multiply this. Got it here? Even if you want, you can write down 1 like this, because you know every numerator has got its invisible denominator, which can be which is generally assumed as 1. Okay, so hence it is going to be like this, 4 into, I can write down like this as well, 4 average into average inventory. Is it clear? That is equals to 4,80,000. Okay, so let's solve this here. I am solving it here. So it will be how much here? My average inventory is going to be 4,80,000 divided by 4. So if I will be solving this, the value of average inventory I will be getting here is how much? That is 1,20,000. Okay. Now the question is not yet over, because what was the main that is the item which we have been asked to calculate here is, that is the closing inventory and the opening inventory. So let us proceed further relating to that. So here, see children, in the case 1, they have given only just a very simple and a brief information. If closing inventory is rupees 1 lakh, excess of opening inventory. So there is no clear cut amount being given for the closing inventory and the opening inventory. So in such a situation, what we can do is, let us assume the opening inventory as how much? X. Let the opening inventory be X. Now the question may arise, why I have taken opening inventory as X, why not the closing inventory? See, in such a situation, in order to assume any figure to that of its variable, you know, what we need to take care of it, nothing as such a clear-cut information of it should be given. You can find it here, the closing inventory or about closing inventory, some information is given to us. That is what? Closing inventory is 1 lakh more than opening inventory. But for the opening inventory, there is no information as such. This is the reason we have taken the opening inventory as X. Okay. So, which figure has to be assumed as X? Simply just keep it in your brain. The figure or the item regarding which no information has been given, that particular item has to be assumed as what here? As the X. Therefore, I have taken or I have assumed X for what? I have assumed X for the opening inventory. So, therefore, what will be the value of the closing inventory? Closing inventory hence will be, what does the question says? The question says in excess of opening inventory. That means 1 lakh more than opening inventory. More than means X plus 1 lakh. Got it? Got it children here? More than means X plus 1 lakh. Okay, so we have assumed opening inventory X, closing inventory we assumed as X plus 1 lakh. Now the question arises how to calculate its value. It's not a pure value, it's in the variable format. So for this very purpose, you know, just we can use the formula for the average inventory. So you know the formula for the average inventory children. What is the formula for the average inventory? That is opening inventory plus closing inventory. What is the formula for the average inventory? We can have it, average inventory is equals to opening inventory plus closing inventory, okay, upon 2. Average inventory, we calculated average inventory. Where is our average inventory? Here. Okay, where is our average inventory? Here. That is how much? That is 1,20,000. What is the value of the average inventory here is 1,20,000. Let us write down the value here. That is 1,20,000. Okay, in place of average inventory. Opening inventory, we assumed it as how much? X. Closing inventory, we assumed it as how much? X plus 1 lakhs divided by 2. Okay children, now the question is clear in front of you. Let's cross multiply this. Hence, we will get an equation like this. 1,20,000 into 2, that is equals to 2x plus 1 lakh. Okay, so here if we will solve this, it will be 2,40,000 minus 1 lakh. Why minus 1 lakh over here? Because I have transposed this plus 1 lakh to this side, left hand side. So when it is being transposed, the sign gets changed. So this plus becomes here minus. So minus 1 lakh, that is equals to 2x. Okay, let us solve this. We will get 1,40,000 divided by 2. Let's bring the 2 over here and x being here. Hence, the value of x we got here is how much? 70,000. If we will divide this, if we will simplify this, the value of x we have got it here is how much? That is 70,000. This means this 70,000 is what? This is our x value means what is this? That is our opening inventory. Okay, this is the value here it comes is, that is the opening inventory. Now, same value if we will be substituting here, we can get the value of the closing inventory as well. Pretty simple. Like how? Isn't it? See, we can write down instead of x, what is the value of x we recently calculated? 70,000. 70,000 plus 1 lakh. Got it? That is equals to how much? 1,70,000. Hence is the value of the closing inventory. Hence 1,70,000 is the value for what? That is the value for the closing inventory. So this question is over. Okay. So we got the answer for the case number 1. Opening inventory is 70,000 and the closing inventory 1,70,000. Okay children. So now the next we will be continuing with the case number 2. Okay, we will be continuing with the case number 2.